Troy Trojan Hall of Fame member DeMarcus Ware, a 2005 graduate of Troy University, 11th overall draft pick of the Dallas Cowboys in 2005, and defensive star of the Denver Broncos, champions of Super Bowl 50, was honored with Troy's Distinguished Leadership Award, along with the keys to the city, at an event in Trojan Arena on April 19, 2016, a date named as DeMarcus Ware Day in Alabama by a proclamation signed by the governor. Troy Trojan Vision takes you now to Trojan Arena.
9-time Pro Bowler, 11-year NFL veteran, inaugural inductee into the Troy Sports Hall of Fame, and Super Bowl 50 champion, DeMarcus Ware. Welcome back to Troy, DeMarcus. Great to have you here. We have got so much planned. A lot of stuff he's already been through. He's been to Montgomery. He's coming home. He's been home. He's coming here. And we are certainly glad to have him. To issue our first welcome to Troy, we'd like to introduce the Director of Athletics at Troy University, Mr. Jeremy Mclean.
Thank you. Appreciate everyone being here today. It's been a really, really special day up to this point, and having an opportunity to see DeMarcus get recognized in Montgomery, it's been really special. And we're all thankful that you're here tonight to celebrate here in Troy, where DeMarcus had such an impact. So we appreciate everybody being out tonight. I want to take a quick minute to thank our Board of Trustees, Mr. Lamar Higgins and Mr. Alan Owen for being with us tonight, our SGA President, Olivia Melton, of course, Chancellor Hawkins and thank him for being here to be a part of this. Mayor Jason Reeves, thank you. City Council members who are here, we appreciate you guys being involved in this program tonight with this opportunity to honor DeMarcus. But mostly we want to thank DeMarcus. Maybe people may not know he's actually missing a couple of days of training camp to be with us here today, and we really, really appreciate that. I know you're a leader on that team. You're a guy who likes to prepare. I've been around you enough to know that you're that guy, and I know that means a lot to you, so it means a lot to us that you took time to be here. We're thrilled tonight to be here to not only recognize you, but just celebrate the accomplishments throughout your career. And speaking on behalf of Troy Athletics, we so greatly appreciate your hard work and your dedication and the effort it took to become one of the premier players in the NFL. But on a personal note, I want to thank you for who you are. Not just what the player you are, the player you were here, but who you are as a person. Personally, Personally, I can say to my 10-year-old son, who's become a huge football fan, and he's starting to play the game, I can point to you and say, that's how you do it. This is how you do it. I want you to watch everything this guy does, how he prepares, how he handles himself. And so that means a lot to me as a parent, and I just want to say thank you for that. At this time, I'm going to call a guy up who really needs no introduction here at Troy, a guy who won many, many football games and really brought Troy football into where it is today, into kind of the modern era, into Division I, and really, really built our program. Coach Larry Blakeney.
Go Trojan! Wake up! See, when you get retired, you have to wear glasses. That's what they told me. Anyhow, all right. Hey, I tell you what, I've had a great day. I've been able to observe something that, you know, I feel very strongly about, and I've always tried to teach guys and student athletes, our daughters, our, you know, people to be the best they could be. And, you know, we got a prime example of being the best that you can be right here today. And, you know, I talked to a couple of coaches that were on my staff when we recruited this guy, and his mom and his granddad and family. You know, he was at Auburn High School. He was 6'4", 196, and I think I'm accurate. He was long arms. He could run fast. But the thing that we didn't even know then was that this guy had heart. He had all the attributes, all the intangibles. And little did we know what he was going to become. But DeMarcus Ware, when he left my office going to Dallas, he was 6'5 and a half, 255. Now, how did that happen? How did that happen? 6'4", 196, 6'5", 255. Yeah, did I say it right, DeMarcus? Close? I'll tell you how it happened. It happened by doing what you're supposed to do 24/7 for 4 straight, 4.5 years, however long it was before he got to the NFL. He got bigger. He did that through Coach Shaughnessy and not just Coach Shaughnessy, but eating right. And you know, we didn't have no training table here, but he ate right, he slept right, he went to class, he did everything right. And when you're doing everything right, you know, good things happen to you. You guys that are out here on the football team and you athletes that are out here on any team and you students who are out here trying to make it in life and get a degree and all those things, there is your example, period. You don't have to look any farther. And, I'm so proud to be a part of it. I went to his home. I think Tracy Rocker and I went to your home. Mark Fleetwood, great friend, was recruiting the school. Sometime in December, right before the dead period, I think he went to the shopping center and went to a phone booth and called us. Does that ring a bell? And told us that, hey, you guys offered me a scholarship. Nobody else has. I'm coming to Troy. Well, he didn't know about the party we had. But that was great news to us, and we hung in there, and a lot of people, the Auburns, the Alabamas, and the SECs, and others of the world look back now and say, I wonder what they saw that we didn't see. And he's made me proud. I know he has many of you. I'm not going to take up too much more time here, but he is and I heard somebody, Jeremy, say about his son. I mean, his anybody's son or granddaughter or whatever, you know, there it is. There it is. He was drafted in the first round by the Dallas Cowboys, and I don't know, 10 years there, something like that, 9, and then been with Denver 2. And Super Bowl 50, folks, I sat right there and watched it. Huh? And just to tell you about Jeremy, Coach Mclean and I went to San Jose. And we saw some of y'all too. And we went out on Wednesday, And we came back on Friday. The game's on Sunday. We just went to see him. And we went, we sat. I mean, I saw him come out of it. I know his linebacker coach. I worked with him before, Reggie Herring. I saw him come out of the meeting about, seemed like 100 feet down the hall. And when he looked up and he locked eyes, you know, I saw that bright smile come on his face, and I knew it was the same guy I always knew. And DeMarcus Ware, and he treated us like kings, and you know, we had a great time visiting with him, and we got to come back and watch him on TV. But again, he's very special. He is special, and he didn't, you know, he got special. He was born special, but he got more special as he went along because of how he approached life and how he approached living, how he approached whatever, football, training, academics. You know, he got his degree. He promised his mama he was going to get a degree. He got a degree, and he's probably got more than that now or going to have. And, you know, I'm just really, really proud of him. And, you know, I'm going to transition here by saying the next guy that I'm going to introduce to you is going to have something to say and make a presentation here. And that's Coach Neil Brown. And Neil has worked here. He worked here on our staff and did a great job as an offensive coordinator, and then came here as a head coach, a new head coach of the Troy Trojans. And let me say this, I'm pretty good at predicting stuff. I'm betting he'll bring the championship ball back to you at Troy. Neil Brown.
Thank you, Coach Blakeney. I appreciate that, and what a great day. What a tremendous day for Troy University to welcome back to his home away from home, and just a tremendous day. And I'm going to be brief. I wish I had the opportunity to coach you. I'd be better. My resume would be better. I can promise you that. But we have a mission statement within our program, and our guys can tell you this. And there's three pieces to that mission statement. And the first one is character, second one's academics, and the third one's football. And we couldn't ask for a better face of our program. And DeMarcus, whether you realize it or not, you're the face of our football program right now. It's not me, it's not Coach Blakeney. If you go out and ask these guys, okay, or the guys that we're recruiting to come be future Trojans, the face of our football program is DeMarcus Ware. And I just want to say thank you for being a guy that really embodies those three characteristics, from a character to an academics and obviously the football ability. And I'm gonna ask our current football players to stand real quick, please. I'm here representing them, and yeah, give them a hand. DeMarcus visited with our players earlier this afternoon, and probably was the most at home he's been all day. I don't want to speak for him, but he did a great job. And what we talk about, and I use this in recruiting, and I shared this with DeMarcus, and I shared it with our entire football team, is, and I believe this with all my heart, and the guy that's sitting at the stage and the guy we're honoring today brings this to life. From the city of Troy, from Troy University, you can go anywhere, you can be anything. And that could be a Super Bowl champion, it could be a doctor, it could be a lawyer, it could be a father, it could be a husband, but you can do anything and be anybody right here from Troy University. And I want to thank DeMarcus for coming back and really representing that and giving our guys a goal to who to be, not only as a football player but as a man. And in recognition of that, I want to present you one of these brand new, shiny chrome helmets to put in your office back home. But thank you.
As has been said before, the work on the football field is obvious to all of us. What's not obvious is the work to get to that point in an athletic venue, in an athletic endeavor. Even less obvious is the impact that you have with people in day-to-day life. And towards that end, we'll give you an idea of exactly not only how much DeMarcus Ware means to us here in Troy and in the state of Alabama, but how much he means to the people that he's in contact with every day.
Weezy, they giving you your own day in Alabama? Man, I need to get with these people in Louisiana, city councilmen, state legislators, put your team behind me or something, see what's going on. Nah, man, congratulations, brother. Couldn't happen to a better dude, man. I tell people all the time, I remember getting that call 11 years ago, knowing that we would be playing together. It was an honor, from Senior Bowl to Combine to us strapping up with the star, seeing you go to Denver and accomplish a dream both of us had, man. Couldn't happen to a better dude. All the stuff that you do off the field, making sure that people have a better quality of life. Continued blessings, fam. Couldn't happen to a better dude. And all the people there, you see this man right here, he's the example. So if you want your son to have somebody to look up to, D. Ware's that guy. Appreciate you, brother. Love you. And I'll talk to you soon. And oh yeah, by the way, when they tell you you're on your way to Canton, think of me as a presenter. You know, I do speak for a living. All right, bro. Talk soon, man.
What up? It's DT checking in. The only DT. You know, I just want to say congratulations to DeMarcus Ware. I hear the state of Alabama and the city of Troy is having a DeMarcus Ware Day. And passing legislations for you. That's very big there, you know. I'm still kind of sad I didn't get the invite, but you know, you deserve it, big guy. You've been a leader to me, a mentor. You know, I done learned a lot from you these past 2 years that we've played together. And like I said, congratulations and good luck.
Kayvon Webster checking in. So here the state of Alabama and the city of Troy are declaring a DeMarcus Ware Day. 2 big honors in one day. Definitely a blessing when the city can pass legislation for you. Well deserved, big guy. Thanks for being a great leader and a great mentor.
DeMarcus Ware Day, and I don't get invited? What's the deal? I mean, the city of Troy and the state of Alabama are having DeMarcus Ware Day, and here I am in Denver. I'm not even invited. So DeMarcus, I have to tell you, it hurts. You know, you and I being captains the past few years, thought we were closer than that. I thought I'd be would be invited to DeMarcus Ware Day. Of course, I wouldn't have gone, right? There's no way I would have gone, but I at least should have been invited. But in all seriousness, congratulations, my friend. That's a great honor. Anytime they pass legislation in your honor, that's a big deal. So you deserve it. You're the best. I love you, pal, and have a great day. We'll see you.
He's already been to Montgomery, now he's in Troy, and with a special presentation from the city of Troy, here's the mayor, Jason Reeves.
They didn't tell me I was going to have to follow Peyton Manning. I would like to, I'd like to tell a quick story if DeMarcus doesn't mind. This is my 20th year in city government. In 1994-95, I was the SGA president here at what was in Troy State. And I was actually with some of these other gentlemen on the stage in the first Board of Trustees meeting where Division I football, Division I athletics were talked about. And it was a dream. And a few years later, I was privileged to be on the Troy City Council where we were able to partner with the university and upgrade the athletic facilities. And I worried about that a lot. I said, you know, did we make the right decision? You know, we wrung our hands, we thought we were doing the right thing. And I remember a few years later, it was a late April, early May day. It was beautiful. I was cooking out outside, and I'd gone to my mailbox, and I got my Sports Illustrated. And it was the NFL draft preview or recap. And on the left-hand side of the cover of Sports Illustrated, next to number 11, it said, DeMarcus Ware, Troy. And, you know, it was just one of those moments, you know, where I thought, wow, you know, we did the right thing, we made the right decision. But, you know, that was 11 years ago when I was younger then and my kids were younger, and a couple of months ago I went to my mailbox again and I got my Sports Illustrated. And this time not on the cover but on the back, Words to Win By, DeMarcus Ware, talking about iron sharpening iron and men sharpening men, and the pride that I felt for my community that we had produced someone of your caliber, and that we have someone of your caliber representing our community and our university and our nation to young people across this country means the world to me, means the world to this city council and to all of these folks here in Troy. So thank you for what you've done for our community. We, you know, we just, we're in awe of your talent, of your character, and we are declaring today, and I have a couple of things. I won't read them, but I'm going to give you a key to the city, as well as a proclamation declaring today DeMarcus Ware Day in Troy, Alabama.
Now representing Troy's Board of Trustees, the Chair of the Athletics Policy Committee and the Vice Chair. First, the Honorable Alan Owen and the Honorable Lamar Higgins from the Board of Trustees.
Good afternoon. My name is Alan Owen, and I chair the Athletic Policy Committee for the Board of Trustees. We are delighted to be a part of this program today honoring DeMarcus Ware. He was here a long time when I was, first coming along, and we were rebuilding the program, and you're talking about a person that has been a vital part of rebuilding the program here. It was DeMarcus Ware, and that's the truth. So I'm pleased to say that. We have a resolution this afternoon, and honoring DeMarcus, and Lamar Higgins, who is also on the athletic committee, will read the resolution.
Thank you, Alan, and to DeMarcus and all of you, the Trojan Nation, Dr. Chancellor. It's DeMarcus Ware Day. It's DeMarcus Ware Day. The Board of Trustees has passed a resolution, and there are about 6 whereases, and I think the easiest way for me to read this resolution is to tell you whereas DeMarcus Ware is who he is, whereas the video you just saw was his teammates telling you what a great guy he is, and whereas he was proclaimed governor of Alabama today, therefore be it resolved that the Troy University Board of Trustees does adopt this resolution, which you can read later, to honor this outstanding Trojan and thank him for all he has done in representing this university with excellence, dignity, and humility, and further that a copy of this resolution be presented to Mr. Ware on his day, April 19, 2016.
And now, the Chancellor of the Troy University System, Dr. Jack Hawkins.
Thank you, Barry. What a wonderful day. You know, when DeMarcus was on the field as a Trojan, I felt like every Saturday was DeMarcus Ware Day. Indeed it was. Twice today I've had the honor of introducing the Ware family, and I'd like to do that again this afternoon so you would have the benefit of seeing those who we love DeMarcus, but the family loves him most. And let me introduce to you by name a few, and then ask the entire family to stand up. DeMarcus's mother, Miss Brenda Ware. His sister, Jakeitha Ware. His grandparents, Mr. John and Miss Willie Mae Ware. And of course, his two beautiful children, Marley and DeMarcus. And they were with us this morning. And they're with us in spirit, but all the Ware family, please stand up and let us say thank you for being here. Thank you. It was in 1887 that Troy University was founded, and there was a motto that many of you know, I'm sure by heart, that was coined during that year. It was, "We educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, and the body to act." I think all of us would agree that leadership without heart is leadership without moral authority. The gentleman we are here this afternoon to recognize through presentation of the Distinguished Leadership Award, truly, as was said so well by Coach Blakeney, he leads with his heart. I won't begin to recite all of those football accomplishments. I think they have been noted. All of us know what an accomplished player he is. But it's his accomplishments off the field, those intangibles that make a difference in life, that we recognize through this award. I want to use a very simple approach as I make these few comments, and I want to use that four-letter word, lead, just as a guide for these comments. L-E-A-D, lead. We preach in our leadership courses that you lead from the front. You don't ask others to do that which you're not willing to do. And anyone who has watched DeMarcus on the field knows that he embodies that principle. It was the night before the Super Bowl 50, that DeMarcus gave a speech to the Broncos. He talked about the importance of teamwork. And those who know this man know that it's teamwork that he focuses on and not himself. He used his favorite theme from the book of Proverbs, which says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. Together they made each other better, and they prevailed on the field of play." The E, example. Example. Leaders lead by example. It's the walk in this world and not the talk that makes the difference. I love that comment by St. Francis of Assisi, who said, "Preach the gospel at all times, and when necessary, use words." Indeed, it is the walk and not the talk. Now, when the two come together, when the walk and the talk intersect, you have real leadership. And I maintain that's what we have in DeMarcus Ware. A, attitude. Attitude. Attitude determines altitude. And all that anyone would ever say, I think, about DeMarcus is he has not a good attitude, but a great attitude. He sees the potential in life. He sees the glass as half full, not half empty, and that's the way he lives his life. Indeed, Coach Blakeney said, in fact, he said just a few minutes ago, to paraphrase what he said, DeMarcus Ware came to Troy doing the right thing, the right way. He left Troy doing the right thing, the right way. He leads by example. He leads with a great attitude. And then that last word is determination. In life, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. And I believe DeMarcus Ware has demonstrated that ability to have a vision for his life, a vision for his career, and he's had the ability to make it happen. Going, as Coach Blakeney said, from a 195-pound wide receiver to a 250-pound all-Sun Belt Defensive Player of the Year. But in closing, if you notice on a tombstone, you have two dates. You have the day you're born, and you have the day that you pass away into the next life in heaven. What's seldom noted is that dash that's in between. But truly, it's that dash that reflects what we are and who we are. And we are so proud that that dash for DeMarcus Ware is replete with accomplishments. In the end, I predict that this man will be measured not by football alone. He'll be measured by lives touched, and that is the greatest measurement. DeMarcus, it's our pleasure to present to you the Distinguished Leadership Award on behalf of Troy University.
Again, we'll draw your attention back up to the video board for some more highlights and testimonials.
Hey, D. Ware. Surprise, huh? It's your boy Aiken. Very proud of you. I remember the first time, we met. Honestly, I thought I would need a dictionary or something because some of the words that came out of your mouth, I'm country, but you way more country than I am. But I just want to say, brother, I'm proud of you. Such a great man of God, a phenomenal athlete. I remember teasing you so many times about just how strong you are. If it was about carrying all those hays and you used to, instead of milking the cows, you probably carried the cows back in Auburn. But brother, you're more than just a friend. You're a brother to me. I just can't say how proud I am that you're getting your day, your own day. Can you believe that? All those times sitting in the film room and on the field and working on your craft and just being the person that you are. Not just a great man, but a great man of God. And I appreciate you as a friend, as a brother. Congratulations again.
Weezy Wee, Chris Cannon here, man. Just want to congratulate you on all the accomplishments you've had in your career thus far. Congrats on winning Super Bowl 50. Congrats on having your own day, brother. That's an awesome accomplishment. All the things that you've done on the football field and in the respective communities where you've played, man, couldn't be more proud of you. All the things that you've accomplished. Wishing you all the best in your future and look forward to seeing you out there sacking quarterbacks this coming season.
DeMarcus Ware Day, man, huge accomplishment, man. If anyone deserves it, you deserve it. Congrats, champ.
What's up, man? Y'all good? went straight to the quarterback.
First of all, I got to say, really nice suit.
All right, thank you.
Really nice suit. And I'm glad Mayor Reeves mentioned something about picking up the Sports Illustrated, because I got mine. And if we can get a close-up, this one, there's no way Von Miller outdresses you. There's no way. Am I right? Look at this. Von Miller on the cover and not DeMarcus. That's a travesty. Seriously.
Thank you.
What does all this mean to you? The whole day, every bit of it. What are your thoughts?
You know, when I sit back and think about, you know, why I do the things that I do, I sit back and think about not just, you know, them saying, you know, it's DeMarcus Ware Day. I think about, you know, when my mom stood up. I think about, you know, my kids and my family. When all of them stood up, that meant more to me than anything to them saying, you know, it's just DeMarcus Ware Day. And when, you know, Jack Hawkins came and told me, he actually just talked about, you know, you have a beginning date and an ending date, and that little dash in between is what's most important. And I said that dash in between started with the T, which means Troy. It started with the T, and that was the beginning of a birth of something that's greater than I can even fathom myself. So that's been the most, you know, pinnacle point of my, you know, my life of, you know, it's not where you start, it's where you finish, but I'm not finished yet. So just having this, you know, this time right now is great, and I'm representing Troy right now, and it's just a great opportunity.
I remember when you were recruited, and sometimes the legend is not as good as the real truth, because people talk about DeMarcus, 190-pound wide receiver. I looked it up. You were on a team with O.C., Mumanyora, in high school. Marcus Washington played in the NFL. You were the most outstanding linebacker on your high school team, so you were really good in high school. Your recruitment from Troy, I find it heartening, encouraging, and certainly to our credit that they recruited you. What was the story of your recruitment?
I think you take the quote of, I was good, but not good enough. A lot of guys, they say you don't fit the mold of what they want you to be. And I was talking to some of the younger guys, and I told them, why fit the mold of what somebody wants you to be and put limits on yourself when you shouldn't have any expectations, and the bar should, you know, they say, reach for the stars and you'll land on the moon. At least you'll be somewhere higher than the earth, right? And so I think it's just a good thing to see that it only takes one opportunity. And that opportunity for me was Troy. And it's crazy because no Alabama State or no UAB, no Auburn, which I was right there in the backyard. They seen something in me that nobody else seen. And Coach Blakeney talked about it, and that was the heart. You can have the athleticism in any other guys, but what about the heart that you can bring to the game? You know, and Jack Hawkins also talked about it, LED, leading, you know, being educational, having the attitude, having the determination, just all those things. What are those intangible things that you bring to the game? And I felt like I brought that.
When you look back, and again, still so much more to accomplish on and off the football field, when you talk to young people as a mentor, when you have the chance, and I know you take it very seriously, to mentor other people, what's the moral of your story? When people talk about DeMarcus Ware and what impact he's had on their lives and what they've learned from him, what do you hope that is? Just that?
I think when I sit back and I ask the question of, if I ask, you know, any other students or anybody that I talk to, what did you learn from the experiences in life, or some of the things that I told you, or what is sort of most important? And if they sit back here and say some worldly things of the trinkets of the necklaces and the jewelry, or they say just the money aspect, I'm going to sit and tell them that you're going to fail each and every day, because that's a hungry monster that you can't feed. It's going to always be something bigger and better. And you can see that from Solomon in the Bible. But if you try to go to the intangible things of faith, where's your heart? Are you trying to leave a legacy, not for yourself, but for the people that are around you? That's what it's about. And if you can do that and have passion about that, that's something that you can wake up every single morning and be positive about. Yeah, it's going to be negative things and negative days, but those positive days are overcome that.
Around the league, people invariably talk about DeMarcus and talk about him being good people. Somebody put it one way, DeMarcus has good raising. What about that? In the core of your being, you are the product of your surroundings, and it began before Troy. You've got your people all in front of you right now. Visit with us about that.
You are the product of your environment. And I got an opportunity here at Troy for people just giving me just a little bit of time, from, the teachers and the chancellors and, the coaches, the strength coaches, like everybody just in general, everybody pitching in. And to me, that's what the motto of Troy is about. When I first got here, it was, first of all, one Division I AA, then they went to Division I, and it was Troy State. But there were so many other Troys around here, but it wasn't united yet. And when they got the name of Troy University, that's when everything became united and everybody felt like it was one. And so that's, been, the biggest thing. So just telling everybody that even like the students, the football team, you're bigger than something than just this Troy team here and this Troy University. There's a lot of other people that you're representing out there, and it's an awesome opportunity to have something that you can use to get to where you need to be, and that's what I did.
Let's talk about the future. You've been in the league 11 years, 9 times Pro Bowl. The all-decade team of the 2000s. No Dallas Cowboy in history has more sacks than you've had. Nobody. And now you are the champion of Super Bowl 50. For you personally and professionally, what other mountains are there to climb? What motivates you heading into camp, heading into work again? What else is there to accomplish for a guy who has accomplished so much?
I always sort of tell the story when, people talk about accomplishments. Accomplishments I can sort of, put on a mantle and they tarnish after a while. But what does that do if it hasn't helped anyone? When I first came here, I wore number 8. I was wide receiver, like 180 pounds. And they put me at defensive end, and they said, "You remind me of Tim Betts." And I wore number 94. It was the biggest jersey I ever seen in my life. And I put it on. You know how, the guys, they put the tape in the back of the jersey to tighten it up in the back to make sure the offensive linemen don't hold you, because y'all do hold, And so I told them that you guys put this jersey on me, and I want you to forget about, Tim Betts. And when I leave here, I want you to remember me. I wasn't being arrogant. I was just saying I had an attitude that, like, if you give me an opportunity, I'm going to make sure I take advantage of it. And when I got, same thing once I got drafted, I went to the Dallas Cowboys. They put number 94 on me. I loved 94 then. But the thing is, I wasn't a football guy. I didn't know anything about football. I just played football. I knew the tactical things about football and, how football is played, but I didn't know the history. And they said, "Do you know who Charles Haley is?" You know what? I could have lied and said yes, but I didn't. I said, you know, I don't even know who Charles Haley is, and I promise you, like, stuck a dagger in me when I found out who he was. But then I went back to the point of saying, you know what? If you put this jersey on me, I want you to remember me not as a Charles Haley substitute. I want you to remember me as DeMarcus Ware. And I thought about that, and I strive for that each and every day. And now, not only being, like you said, I mean, talking my accolades of leading the Cowboys in sacks, but that was just a small thing. And what sort of motivates me is he was talking about the accomplishments. That's nothing. It's almost like the mediocrity that people give you of what you can't do. And everybody's in here is the same way, especially talking about the students, that small town, you know, student of, you know what, you're too small. You came from Vestavia, or you came from Florida Atlantic, or, you know, or one of those small schools. You can't accomplish what you want to accomplish. So I let that negativity breed the positivity in me to build something bigger than myself. So after football, and everything is said and done, you look at the accolades, they tarnish. But 90% of football players, they say they go broke, and they don't accomplish anything. But I can sit here in my heart of hearts and tell myself, I know that's not going to happen. That's my next mediocre thing that's going to come up for me. So I always say, I always quiet my critics. If they want to talk, you're just going to fuel me into doing something a lot better and bigger than myself.
No, you've got a plane hot on the tarmac waiting for you right now to take you back. Your time has been valued here. You say that when you got here, that one of the first things you declared was that Troy is going to remember you. Troy remembers you, DeMarcus. Thank you so much for the time. On DeMarcus.